Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I want to talk about Shiba Inu and its stablecoin SHI. Alright, now I haven't done really that many updates on Shiba Inu. We know they have a lot of things coming down the pipeline that will be ready starting either this month or next month, and a lot of other different things they have going on. Now, one of the major things I want to talk about is the stablecoin, because I do have some concerns about Shiba Inu launching a stablecoin. But first, before I get into that, folks, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that information. So if you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the About section of YouTube. So getting into the stablecoin for Shiba Inu. Now, Shiba Inu has a lot of things coming down the pipeline. There's a lot of speculation on pricing. Now, we are expecting a major run from Shiba Inu. We're speculating at most that in its first run, it'll go all the way up to $1 before it comes crashing down. Whatever events that take place that causes that to happen. Now, before I start talking about the Shiba Inu stablecoin SHI, this is kind of what concerns me because most people don't really know about this all this much. But Solana-based stablecoin Nerve drops 85% following a 3.5 million exploit. The 3.5 million flash loan attack. Solana-based Nirvana Finance saw the price of its stablecoin, Nerve, and native token fall around 85% apiece. So we actually had another stablecoin that fell and depegged, and it's an arithmetic stablecoin. So just to kind of give an idea, it was at $1. Its lowest was at 0.051 cents. It's currently at 0.083 cents, so just a little bit above 8 cents. So it's lost most of its peg to the dollar. And I don't know if that's something that's ever going to be restored because they were completely drained. So these algorithmic stablecoins don't really seem to be working. You saw what happened with Luna and their stablecoin. So these algorithmic stablecoins aren't really all that safe. They could be exploited, right? So you've seen that time and time again. And so that's where I think some of the regulations are going to be coming in, is because of these algorithmic stablecoins that keep failing. Their other coin, which is called Nirvana Anna, right? It's all the way down to 63 cents, 63.5 cents. And actually got a low of 52 cents from $8.90. So when this attack happened, it crushed Nirvana, it crushed their main token. So imagine having a token that was worth $8.90, and all of a sudden, a few days later, it's only worth 63 cents. This is how fast things could happen. I wanted to talk about my concerns dealing with this, going into the stablecoin from the Shiba Inu developers, SHI, S-H-I. My concerns are that if they release a stablecoin and something happens to where their stablecoin doesn't stay pegged to the dollar. This article here, dated July 21st, what is SHI's stablecoin by Shiba Inu, what we know so far. Now, I'm going to say this. A lot of people do speculate that Shiba Inu token is the SHI stablecoin. There's some speculation that's what SHI is. Now you have, just going back in history, remember when we first found out about Shiba, right? And it was a prophetic word by Marie Conwell. And when it first came out, I had bought some when right after it was released. I still have it. I still didn't let it go. But after I went to sleep, it actually skyrocketed. It went up by what, like 69,000%. And with a short period of time, as you can see, it dropped back down lower to even right where I even bought it at, right? When I first originally got in, right? So there hasn't really been any other opportunities that we saw it skyrocket that high. Right, so for those of you who did get in and you're at the top and you're probably average down, those who did and are getting in at the bottom at some point, you are going to see the skyrocket, especially if this is associated with the Shiba Inu project. If Shiba Inu is part of the project, then it is going to take off. All right, it's going to skyrocket just because everybody who has Shiba Inu is going to want to get a piece of SHI. Right, that is the trading symbol SHI for Shiba Inu, is SHI. So I'm not going to read the whole entire article, but basically SHI's stablecoin is an experimental stablecoin like all other products. in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. According to a blog post on Wednesday, July 6th, one of the lead project developers by the pseudonym Satoshi SHI is currently under development and could roll out as soon as this year. Here's everything we know so far about the SHI stablecoin. They have submitted versions. According to Kusami's update, a group of independent developers have submitted versions of the SHI stablecoin which seem to avoid the issues found in other moonshots. A reference to moonshot would suggest that SHI will be an algorithmic stablecoin designed in the same way as the collapsed Terra UST stablecoin. However, the Shiba Inu team would seek to address these issues that led to Terra's demise, perhaps by using a less aggressive method to encourage the adoption of SHI. The software developer also stated that Shiba Inu stablecoin would also facilitate counter and balance payments without the interference of market fluctuations. SHI will use Treat to maintain stability. SHI developers will also launch a new reward token, Treat, distributed across its community just as bone gas fees are shared among its validators. Notably, the update confirmed that Shiba Inu stablecoin would use Treat as one of the mechanisms to maintain its peg. Once again, it is unknown whether Treat will function in the same way as Terra Luna's Luna token or if it will play a less critical role. However, its involvement suggests that the price of SHI and Treat will be correlated. Now, all this is great. All this is great news. But see, this is the problem that I have, and that is if at any time, if they launch this algorithmic stablecoin, how long is it going to be able to stay stable, right? You saw what happened to Luna. I just showed you another example of a stablecoin that also broke its peg and fell, and then there have been others. So we have some concerns. We also have regulations here in the United States that are coming. How's that going to affect their stablecoin, right? We also have the major EU regulations that are coming. EU agrees on MiCA regulation to crack down on crypto and stablecoins, right? So if these different regulations happen to where they're forced to have financial backing, like you look at USDT and USDC, right? They have a whole lot of cash on hand, right, to help build up their reserves in case anything was to happen. If it's going to be called a stablecoin, it's going to be regulated just like all the other stablecoins when these regulations come out. This one with Europe, I don't think it's been fully decided, fully voted on, but it's something that they are working hard towards. And also, I just read another article today where the EU and the United States are collaborating together about regulations for cryptocurrency, which includes stablecoins. So whatever they come out with, they might have to change the whole thing up because it's going to have to be backed somehow financially one way or another, right? To have some actual cash reserves to back its stablecoin. That's what is going to have to happen. I mean, you look at USDT and USDC, they both have some type of currency backing of their stablecoins. And that's what it's going to come to for stablecoins when it comes to regulations. So some people are worried that some of these regulations will hurt the current stablecoins we have now, mainly USDT, and also that could hurt USDC, which some people say that it could cause those stablecoins to crash. And of course, then the central bank digital coin to the rescue, right? Now, if you guys remember, I talked about this a while ago. This was the Google document to the Shiba Inu universe, right? Which included everything. I did this months ago, and I shared it with you guys concerning, everything that I think that deals with the possibility of Elon and Vitalik Buterin being the creators of some of these different coins, right? The anonymous creators of these coins. So, we're looking for these different opportunities to get into a lot of these coins super cheap when the markets come down. So in the last several months, when Terra Luna collapsed and Bitcoin dropped down to 17,500, there was a lot of opportunity to buy in pretty cheap. And we're still kind of looking for that one last drop before the cryptocurrency markets take off. So for those of you on the Patreon, this is down below in the description. It's also in the master Google document link. I list about 10 coins that I think that, according to the evidence, that I believe that more than likely could be linked to either Elon or Vitalik Buterin creating those coins. which all have to do with this whole dog universe, right? All the dog coins. So Shiba Inu still has a way to go. If she is the stablecoin, it will skyrocket whenever that information is released. And if it's not, then it's probably going to crash some, right? If she is the stablecoin and it needs to be pegged to the dollar, well, you could pretty much figure out, if you have right now currently 100 million Shiba Inu, well, guess what? If it reaches up to $1, then you'll be able to cash out literally $100 million. And so I think that's probably going to be one of the things is, are they going to have the liquidity to be able to account for all those people who have been holding right now? Some people have billions and billions of coins. And are they going to be able to cash those coins out if Shiba Inu is a stable coin and it does rise up to $1? Okay, so right now Shiba Inu is only available like on the swaps, like MetaMask, Uniswap. So it's not currently on any platforms yet. And I haven't really talked about it very much because there was a pretty big fiasco about it in the very beginning, whether or not if we should invest it in it at that time. But I do believe that there will be a time where we will all collectively be investing in Shiba Inu. And I think one of the bigger issues is getting it on a platform because a lot of people still haven't used the swap to buy Shiba Inu because they think it's too much to handle. And they're already having a hard time understanding how to learn to use the platforms. And so I completely understand that. So our hope and prayer is that it does end up on an exchange that mostly everybody can use. I know that Dr. Maria Conwell, who originally came out with the prophecy, where she talked about God showed her Shiba Inu, a new coin that was going to be launched, and it was not out yet. And several months later, guess what? It was released. Right? And so there was a point in time where she said that what God told her to do was take some of the profits from Shiba Inu and invest it into Shiba Inu. So that's one of the issues that I have is that they're going to make it some type of algorithmic coin, which could be easily hacked, right? Like we've been seeing here over the last few months where these coins, these stable coins have been, crashing. And then we also had the whole issue with the regulations in Europe and in the United States. And so she is going to have some type of financial backing other than it being an algorithmic coin. So that's what I understand as far as what regulations and requirements that are going to take place for a coin to be a stable coin. Like I said, this bothers me some, and hopefully that this will be rectified. And they'll have to actually probably change their plan and maybe even put it off if these EU regulations get approved here pretty soon. Some of the articles that I'm reading, just like here in the United States, they seem to have everything worked out, but there's no concrete when these things are going to be voted on and when these things are going to be taking effect. Whatever legislation they pass, say for instance like on stablecoins, they're going to give the current environment time to get those things in line, right? So if they were to pass regulations and say you have until the end of 2023 or halfway through 2023 to meet these set of regulations. So you guys tell me, do you think she is the Shiba Inu stablecoin token that the developers on the Shiba Inu team is talking about? I am expecting, some price jumps coming up over the next couple months as they keep releasing all these different updates and getting the Shiba Inu ecosystem together. And so we just waiting on that time period to come, right? To that point to where we see Shiba Inu eventually at $1, right? That's what our hope and prayers are for, according to the prophetic and what a lot of other people saw in the spirit as well. So I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.